let's look at Spiral Review 7. This is for Block 2. This is a reminder that anytime you have questions about Spiral Review 7 or any Spiral Review, you can go back to Canvas and look at the videos that show where we talk about it. Okay, there's always going to be information there to help you. Do you need this one? Okay, so looking at this, the first thing I want you to do is at the top, I want you to put due Friday, September 25th. I highly recommend that you take time to please turn this in Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday for a pre-check and help. Yes, ma'am.
This question, it doesn't have an underlined digit.
Okay, well, I'm getting ready to go through it, so give me just a second. So the first directions say to round, so we want to make sure that we're rounding. You're going to, I'll go through and do this first one with you. Look at the 5 in the 10,000s place. Draw the arrow to the judge or the digit in the thousands place. It's a 9. Write down all of the digits that come before the underlined place. And then, because the judge is a 9, am I going to leave it a 5 or make it a 6? Make it a 6. And then the judge and all the digits after it becomes 0. Okay, the second, down here, this one does not have an underline. Let's underline the 2 that is in the hundredths place. Okay. Then here, we're looking at this number for all of the questions. First, it's round, then it's name the value, then it's name the place value. Circle the word place, and then we need to make sure that we have the word place in our answer. So it could be tens, hundreds, thousands, okay? And then we're looking at the relationship between the two 5s, and it says to write the value of each digit along with the relationship. Okay, on this one, rounding decimals, what is different about rounding decimals than rounding whole numbers? Remember something that's different about that, Landon? Right. Don't put zeros after the place you round to. You don't change the judge and all the digits after to zeros. It's okay. Well, it'll move. We're froze. Okay. Now, up here we're adding and subtracting. Here you're going to need to rewrite these up and down. I do want to do this one with you because it's subtracting. Actually, I will do this one with you. Okay? Actually, I don't think I need to do them with you. Subtracting with regrouping. I'll do it with someone if they need to. 52 divided by 6. Remember that you need to draw a model. How many equal groups should I divide 52 into? How many equal groups should I have? 6. So you can just draw your model like this. This is a good start for you. Then and don't forget to put your answer up here in the blank. On this one, it's 4 times 8. So is it going to be 4 groups of 8 or 8 groups of 4?
4 groups of 8.
4 groups of 8. Write yourself that reminder if you did not know. Okay? And don't forget to put the product in the blank. Okay, here we have inequalities. That means we need a greater than or less than sign. And it could be an equality, then you would need an equal sign. Now, over here you'll notice that it has a fraction bar. So what it wants us to do is to come up with an equivalent fraction that could be a benchmark fraction or something that can help us to find something with the same denominator. Okay, so I want what 3/6 is equal to what benchmark fraction? 3/6 is equal to what? So our benchmark fractions, remember, they're the fractions that we can visualize in our head. 1/4, 1/2, 3/4. What benchmark fraction is 3/6 equal to? Marin? 1/2. So now I'm comparing 1/2 and 1/4. That should be pretty easy to visualize which one is greater. 2/8. What benchmark fraction is it equivalent to? Remember, I can multiply or divide the numerator and denominator. On this, you would have to divide. What benchmark fraction is 2/8 equal to, Riley? 1/4. Okay, and then those should be pretty easy. Okay, here we need an equivalent fraction. Okay, I like it. I see people already starting. Let's do it together. To find an equivalent fraction, multiply or divide the numerator and denominator by the same number. Well, here they divided 8 by what to get 1? 8 divided by what equals 1? 8. So then you need to do 32 divided by 8 to come up with our equivalent fraction. Okay, what is the fraction represented here with this circle? What's the fraction here represented by this circle? Deacon? 12/16. Let's reduce that. Let's make an equivalent fraction that we can look at this and see what is it equal to. Which benchmark fraction is it equal to? Colin? 3/4. And then we should be able to come up with the decimal. Okay? Now, note this decimal point. Who can read this number out loud to me? How do I say that number? How do I say that number? Stella?
752 and 9,200.
Very good. 752 and 9,200. You're going to look for the place value and the value of that 2 and then write this. It says to use your hyphens. Okay, find the area and the perimeter of the shaded part of the rectangle. Okay, now it gives you a hint. Think of the relationship between a rectangle and a triangle. So we know the formula for finding the area of a rectangle. What is it? What is the formula for finding the area of a rectangle? Area equals length times width. Everybody say it with me. Area equals length times width. Well, this is not a rectangle, is it? How much of this rectangle is shaded in? Half. So our area is going to equal 1/2. 1/2 the length times the width. So instead of doing, it's actually 1/2 base times height is the actual formula. But if you look at the length times width, this is half of it. So you're just going to cut it in half. So pick one of these numbers to cut in half. Are you going to cut in half the 12 or the 8? It doesn't matter. It could be either one. Okay? Okay, and then our perimeter. We are just adding the 3 sides of the rectangle. The whole side, not half, the whole side. Okay? We will talk more about this tomorrow, and I will give 2 freebies tomorrow if you have a good portion of it done. If you don't have a good portion of it done, you won't get to be asking for freebies. Okay? Have a good evening.